Hi everyone and welcome to my place. It's that time of the year when we like to decorate our house because it's nearly Halloween. But I've done a little bit of research and I've heard that not everybody wants to go to all of that effort and have all of that stuff for all of probably a few days. So I got to thinking, how could I solve it? And with the fall and with all the beautiful textures that are around, let me share how to do an arrangement that can be just like that, in a flash, set up for Halloween and then taken back, everything put away, and you've still got a really nice design to enjoy in the fall and right through until Christmas, and you can add a few things to it. So we'll be coming back to this concept. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is I've had a few requests for information about using metallics like golds and silvers, and how can you use those into a design. And do you need, if you're going to put this example here, if you're going to put some silver, use a silver or metallic container, do you need to bring that through? Well, actually, yes, you kind of do. But if you can get a container that's like this, it's sort of got a little bit of stippling on the side of it. So what I did was I got a little bit of black nugget onto a brush, the shoe brush that you put the nugget on with, and I just sort of kind of buffed that over the edge of it or on the exterior of it. And you can sort of see where it sort of picked it up into here, just to take that shine down a bit. And with the other things that we're going to put in with this, I think it's going to work. Now, the other thing is, if you're using silver, if you're ever stuck, put a little bit of white into it, and it will just, like, I'll show you, for instance. See, whites come from the silver, and look what happens when you put that with it. And because it's got that little dark bit there, it's picking up into there, so it's sort of bringing all the metallic back, and it's going to be a perfect container for what we want to do today. So let us just get started. Okay, so I've started, and because I want this to be sort of like, oh, it's the fall and there's, you know, the leaves are all going, but with these lovely sticks, you get a nice line and it becomes a little bit taller without actually having to apply much energy. Now, because I've got that brown there, and because I've put, let's just go back even further, what I've done now around the top here is I've just got some chicken mesh, and I'll just show you. Now, the reason I'm using the chicken mesh is because it's going to be easy for me to keep all my forms where I want them to go. You could use floral foam if you've got it, but I just think that chicken wire is much, much easier. It's taken me years to get back to this. Now, the next thing I want to do is with these dark leaves, I just want to put like a little collar of leaves around the exterior. And also what this is going to do is it's just going to take it out a bit, but it's also going to give me like a collar in which to stage my flowers. So I've got 4 of these, and I'm just going to push those in, and I'm actually working from the rim out. I'm not going into the center because I want to be able to put all of these forms that I have gathered around. So it's, now some of the leaves are sort of like going down, some of them are just going another direction, some of them are going another direction, but that will be fine for now. So sort of kind of layering them up like as if it was a collar. Also, because I've got that chicken mesh in there, I want to cover it as much as I can. Now, you could, if you wanted to, just get a big ball of the chicken mesh and just shove it into the cavity of your container. But sometimes when you do that, that's just going to make it a little bit harder to put your other materials in. Right, because I've got this metallic-y colour here and I'm using silvers and whites, I'm just looking for foliages that have got the same kind of colourway on them. And I really, really liked the soft, dull tonal values of the, it's not Dusty Miller, I'm not quite sure what, yeah, it is Dusty Miller, to just pick up that on the sides. Right, so these can just go in here. And also because I've got the wire, it's going to mean that they don't go right down, sink right down into the container. But if they do, that's okay because I can go back to that. So you just, it's just a little bit of fiddling around because you've, like the chicken mesh is little, so you've just got to sort of like get your bits in between. Now I've got a bit there and I'm just going to bring another piece over and into here. And of course I'm working back to front, which makes it a little bit tricky, but that's okay. We can do this. I'm just going to have that just a little bit higher there. Now the next to go in is going to be some eucalyptus, and you'll notice that the colorways are all sort of the same, and the dark bit on the edges of this little eucalyptus is sort of like connecting into there, and it's connecting back into the base. So if you're ever stuck, just look at, okay, here's my container. How will I go? How will I approach this? You'll see a little signpost, and then it's just a matter of just picking up the bits that all lend and blend together. So I'm going to put that into there, and I've got 3 of these. So as I normally do, hold on, I have to go around this side now because I can't see where I'm going. Put that into there, and if they want to go out into one side, that doesn't matter. And I've got one more bit here, so I'm going to do that. So I've put these in with equal distance. I'll just pull that down there, with equal distance, just like you would with a triangle. So one to there, one over to there, and one to this side. They don't have to all be sitting in the same plane. You can move them around because after all, you are being the artist. Now the next thing I want to put into here are some raspberries. So that can go up into there, and these can all sort of remind me of the fall. So that can go down into there, and that's, you'll see that's sort of going out in one direction. That doesn't matter because I think the fall is one of those loose and formal times of the year. So that's gone over to there, and then I'll just bring this up and over to there. And the other great thing about using the branches, the bare branches, they actually act as a nice support. The next to go in are these cottons. I absolutely love these, and I picked these up not so long ago, and I discovered that they had come in from Israel. I didn't know that they grew cotton there. I'm learning new things every day. Okay, so I've got 3 of these. So I'm going to bring one over to here, which is going to be my back, and do exactly the same. Hold on, I have to turn it around because I can't see where I'm going. That can just go down into there. Oops, hold on. Got to get this in right. See, it is a little bit tricky with the chicken mesh, but that nothing we can't handle. So I've just done that exactly the same as what I did with the 3 pieces of eucalyptus, just into a triangle with this sort of, it's close with equal distance between them all. Right, the next to go in is one of my favorite forms, and that is the hanging amaranthus. So I'm just going to put that into there. Now I've got 2 big bits, so I'm going to put one onto that side and then bring that over and into there like so. Just bring that up and into there a wee bit further. So you'll see, now I've got a little bit of an issue. That there is right in there, and that is sort of sticking out a little bit. So what we need to do is we really do need to put that down a little bit. And of course, because I've used the chicken wire, makes it hard to get out. So when you're using the chicken wire, make sure that your stems are all nice and flat, because when you get it into there, you're going to have a few issues trying to lift it out. So that's much better. So what's now happening is, this is just, your eye is hitting this and it's just running right through and back into the design. So the least amount of space you've got on your stem, the better it is. So just keeping it compact. So I've got 2 more bits of this. So I just thought that I might like to just have a little bit into there. And even though it's not to be viewed from all around, don't forget that you need to have some weight or visual weight at the back to just, it's to be seen, but it's not seen, if you get what I mean. And it, like, if you don't want your work to fall over, make sure that you do have your weights distributed. Okay, now the next to go into here are going to be these, oh, look at these daisies. Now I had a wee look on Amazon and I did see those there. These are the dried, oh, they're so beautiful, little gorgeous daisies with the little, see, it's got the little black bit, the little brown bits into there, which are going to connect through with everything else we've used. Right, with these, I'm just going to just pop these in and amongst my design. And daisies have a life of their own, so just let them go whichever way they want to go. And this one here, I'm just going to take that up and into there. How am I looking there? This is looking lovely. Look at that. It's just a beautiful visual of all these lovely textures that come at this time of the year. Now, the other thing that I managed to find are these dried lotus pods, and I really love those. And I just thought that these into the display would just anchor everything down. So I'm just going to, I've got 5 of these. I'll put these in and then I'll show you what I mean. Even if you only had 2. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So it's just all the colours are coming back to these beautiful leaves that we've got down the bottom, which are our anchor. And then, as I said, the little dark bits of the nugget are all sort of like blending and blending together. And instead of it being bright, bright silver, it's actually working. And it's just giving the whole design, when it's finished, just a little lift. Right, from there, I'm going to bring another one of those down and into there. And with these, I'm just going to bring those around the back just to add a little bit more visual and to make it look more dimensional. So taking that down. And when you're putting them in, make sure that they're not on the same plane or value. To have one a bit higher and one just a bit lower. So now the eye hits, it's like it's coming up here, it's across here, and then it's whizzing up into the design. Now, I am really, really loving that. Now, if you wanted to add something else into this to just give it a little bit more of a lustrous glow, I really love at this time of the year working with fruit. And I found these, I haven't had access to these for ages and ages and ages until I had a spring clean, because it's actually spring at my place. So that can go into there. And the other thing with the fruits is, and onto these branches, you can move and manipulate these and get some beautiful feel and movement into your design. Now, I just want that to go into there, and we all have to, hold your breath, Astar, hold your breath, hold your breath. Everybody hold their breath, that I can get that into there. And that needs to just be, just get my hands into there, and I'll just give that a move. I love it. Look at that. Ta-da! Beautiful standalone design for the fall. When we come back to this, I'm going to share how you can actually take this to Christmas. Now, we're not into Christmas yet, we're actually into Halloween. So let me push that to one side, and I will share how quickly I can put Halloween together in a flash. I'll be back in a second. I'm back, and I've just had a little clunk with all of my little gatherings. So to take it up to something beautiful for Halloween, I wanted some little lights, and because I had used silver here, I found these spiders that I thought would be very nice into our design. So I've got 2 of those, and I also found this. I really love this. This was like cheap as chips, but look at that. Is it dark enough? Can you see it? I thought that was really lovely. And I thought that these colorways connected through beautifully into what we are going to create. So that can just go down to there. And then I found these tea lights. Hold on, let me just get rid of this. These LED battery powered little tea lights. And I thought, oh, that will be nice for a little bit of spookiness. And then when I put them around, when I first setting it up, I thought, oh, no, I don't really like that. So what I did was I did this, and look at these, just by, hold on. Got to take that wee paper. But look at that, adding a little bit more height. So to create those, what I did was I got an empty toilet roll holder, or you could use something that's inside of a handy towel container, whatever. All you have to do is just remember that when you get your lights, make sure that it's going to fit and not fall in, because it's the light on the top that I really like. So this is how I created this look with all that lovely wax that's floating down the sides there. And it is just a matter of getting your hot glue gun, and now I just want you to know that this glue gun is not to my liking, and then just bring the hot glue down and around the sides like so. And if your tea light is just a little bit too big for in there, you could either shove in some moss into there, or you could just put some more hot glue around there so that it is going to fit when you put it in. So when you've done the glue all around the sides and you're happy with it and it's dry, get some black shiny spray paint and whack the hole outside of it. And using the shiny is really great because when it hits the glue on the outside, the glue shines and you've got this beautiful dull tonal value of the card down the bottom, which I think connected in beautifully, and it just gives it just a little bit more of a lift, which is what we want. Okay, so setting all of those aside, the next thing is to set us up. Now, this is a cake board and I have many of these, and these come in as quite a nice stage in which to set up my display. I've just put over the top of this some contact paper, and it's sort of kind of like a slaty, sort of a stony, concretey look, which I thought would be lovely. I was going to put shiny silver, but it just didn't look very nice for where I was heading. Right, let's assemble this. And I'm just going to put that onto there, and then with one of the spiders, I'm just going to bring that around and connect that to the side. Oh, goodness me, do it properly. Right, that can just sit up there, and then I'm going to bring that down to there, pushing that back a bit. Hope you can see this. And then with my skeleton chandelier, or candelabra, I should say, I'm going to put that there. And then with all of these little lights, now as I was saying, if your card is just a little bit too big, what you can do is just get a little bit of Tillandsia or something and then just fill it up. And I thought that was quite nice as well. And then into here you could put whatever sweets or treats for the kids, and then just push that down into there. And if you find that your card is too big, I just put little slits down there so that when I put my candle in, it sat in there, and then just a little gathering of candles all around it. And I'll just not waste any more of your time. I'll do the lights, and then when you come back and we do the pickups, you'll be able to see what it looks like. But isn't that just great? And then after the celebrations, put all that away into the box for next year, and you've still got a beautiful arrangement. I love this kind of designing, especially for those of us who are really busy. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed sharing it with you, and I will see you again another day. Bye for now.